I'm continuing on with Hawkins, an inquiry into the nature and principles of Thoroughbass on a new plan, published in 1816 in London. And I think this is quite a useful book, maybe a bit pedantic, but it's good. It doesn't contain any staves or musical notes, just the numbers. And now we are looking at the changes of the common chord. This is the 3-5-8 chord. In the previous episode, we looked at how the different changes conform to the laws of harmony of thirds, fifths, and octaves. And now we're going to look at some transpositions of the perfect chord. Now, not all of these transpositions are used in Baroque music and in classical music, but certainly in jazz and blues, some of these transpositions of the perfect chord are used. So the real proportions, 3, 5, 8, giving us a 3-5-8 chord. And if we write the chord with the smallest number first, we write 3-5-8. Of course, writing the smallest number first the next chord. If Hawkins has placed an asterisk, as he notes, these numbers are reckoned backwards. So we have a 3-5-8 chord, but we are reckoning backwards from the upper octave. So 3, so a 3-5-8 chord that's been put in the mirror, so to speak, giving us a 6-4-1 chord. If we were to write it. But 6-4-1 has to be understood as still conforming to the perfect chord and the laws of harmony. And if we write this chord out with the smallest number first, we write it as 4, 6, 1. Of course, if you're playing on the pianoforte or on the harpsichord, then you play all the notes together. If you are playing the chords on a lute, then you were to play the chords, generally speaking, in the French manner, one note at a time. The chords are on the lute generally arpeggiated. The next 3-5-8, so here's the standard chord 3-5-8, counting 3 backwards gives us 6. So let's look at the chord 6, 5, and then 8. If we were to write this chord with the smallest number first, then we write 5, 6, 8. It's the same chord, of course, just written with the numbers in different order. We're looking at the next transposition, of course, the chord 3-5-8, but if we transpose the third from the top octave, counting from the top and not from the bottom, and the fifth from the top and the eighth in the normal way, we get 6, 4, 8. If we write the smallest number first, then we get the chord written out as 4, 6, 8. And you can see it conforms to the laws of harmony by looking at the real proportions of the notes on the left-hand side. This is what Hawkins is trying to show us here. The second line, 3-5-8, this is the perfect chord, 3-5-8. The fifth is reckoned from the top octave, giving us a 4. So we count 3, 4, 8. And if you write that smallest number first, of course, we get the same thing, 3, 4, 8. The perfect chord, 3-5-8, but in this case, the fifth is reckoned from the top, and the eighth is reckoned from the top, giving us 3, 4, 1. If we write this out with the smallest number first, we have 1, 3, 4. Same chord. The perfect proportion 3, 5, 8, but the 8th reckoned from the top octave, giving us 3, 5, 1. We write this out with the smallest number first, we have 1, 3, 5. Once again, the common chord, counting the 5th backwards, counting the 8th backwards, giving us 3, 4, 1. And if we were to write this with the smallest number first, we have 1, 3, 4. Once again, the common chord in its perfect proportions, but the 3rd is backwards, and the 8th is backwards, giving us 6, 5, 1. Write this with the smallest number first, we of course have 1, 5, 6. It's the same chord. Now most of these chords that we've just played do not appear in music. But here we're looking at the theoretical rearrangement of the common chord and how the common chord could be rearranged in various ways in accord with the harmony of 3, 5, 8.